How you doing, YouTube? Just whipping up a speed selector adjustment rod for the RJ35. Made them before. I even have videos, I think, in my history about making these things. Basically, this is a blown out one I took off RJ a number of years ago. I use it as a pattern. I run back and forth between this and then a good one on one of my RJ35s. The pivot is so fused on there, even torching it couldn't get it off, so oh well. So what I did was I just basically measured from the outside edge here to the tip. That gives me my dimension, and then obviously from this outside edge to this end, that gives me the dimension that I need there. Essentially, I just take a piece of 3/8 bar stock. I heat it up with the torch, bend it 90 degrees. Obviously this is too long, so what I'll do is I'll cut this to size and drill it for a 3/16 cotter pin shortly. Right now I am just creating the 3/8 16 thread that it's required for the pivot. The pivot on my 56 is in good shape, so I'm just going to reuse it. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you line it up really good, go slow, only bite in just a hair, and just work the die down the rod. Basically I think there's like 2 1/4 inches worth of thread, so we got to come way down here. I'm going to do that, and I will file back with you guys. Well, there we are, guys. The speed selector adjustment rod is completed. I've drilled a 1/8 inch hole. I think I said 3/16, but 1/8 inch hole for the cotter pin. The threads are completed. They're fairly nice. I mean, if you take your time, use oil, or plenty of cutting oil, sorry. You should have no issue getting them fairly straight. If you try to go too fast and not enough oil, you will cause the threads to kind of like worm around. One side will be thicker than the other, but in this case it came out real nice. I did run the standard test, take a nice 3/8 16 nut, make sure we don't have any binding or anything to that effect in reference to the thing. Actually, it's probably easier for me to just do it this way. As you can tell, everything is running really nice. Alright, what we're going to do next is I'm going to just kick out to the shed. We're going to take a look at an original one sitting on an RJ35 to just have an eyeball that this thing is actually pretty close. Let's put it this way, it's so close with a little bit of patinaed red paint you wouldn't know. Alright, out to the shed. Alright, so we're looking at my 56 RJ35 that's up here on the rack. It just makes it a little easier. This is an original speed selector rod. It's in place. It's in perfect working order. And here's the one that I made. As you can see, hopefully threads are the same length, overall rod size is the same. So, like I said, with a little bit of patinaed paint, we would have no way of really knowing that it's not an original. So, alright, there it is. This piece is done. Thanks, guys.